Hello, this is a Chessodoro game review. It was a 30-minute game, so I applaud that you play such long controls, if you can of course allow the time. It was played by players of around 1800 on Lichess level, and student is playing white, so game started with e4, e6, French defense seems like so, d4, but now suddenly black didn't play d5 main move. They went b6, which is a transposition to Owen's defense. So white continued knight c3. It's an okay move. I like personally more bishop d3 move. It's we don't need this pin, yeah, when knight c3 is coming out. We just protect the center, ready for knight f3 and short castles. Yeah, we get the center. So example, yeah, how the game could continue. Bishop b7, knight f3. The moment our center is attacked, we can even, yeah, since we managed to put the knight here, no longer this pawn is hanging, so we can even kick the knight. If knight goes to d5, we can kick it again, and this is excellent. Now the knight will be kicked to the corner even. So knight e4 is played, yeah, instead of knight d5. And then we can attack it, d5 and knight bd2. White has excellent play. If after knight f3 they play typical move c5, attacking the center, we can just defend it. They attack again. This move e5 comes also. Knight d5. There is also here bishop e4. Interesting move, trying to trap the knight. There are some crazy tactics like this, but you can play more solidly with queen e2, bishop e7, castles, knight c6, and typical move a3, not allowing any knight jump on b4. So that's how I would play this position instead knight c3. I don't like to allow this bishop b4 pin. So, but you play knight c3, also good move. Bishop b7, bishop d3, and now opponent played a bad move, a6. So this move doesn't contribute to any development. I don't even understand why this move is played, yeah, because no threats around here. So better move would be just maybe the pin. Then you can, yeah, protect everything, not let him double the pawns. Knight f6, castle, for example, d5, e5, and some bad French for black, I think, yeah. You have excellent attacking chances here. Queen is coming out, knight is coming to his typical attacking square like in the French, yeah. So this would be excellent play, but opponent played a slow move, a6. Now you went knight g2. It's possible, but I think since opponent played so passively, yeah, we can be much more aggressive and try to punish him for his slow play. And one move would be knight f3, just normal move, but I like this aggressive f4. I think it's much stronger here. And at the end of in the description of the video, I'll leave you a nice course to look at how we play with this 3 pawns and the knight against these various hedgehog systems, yeah. So you can check it out to know in future, yeah, what to do against this type of setup for black. This f4, yeah, g6. You see he's playing some sort of hedgehog. Yeah, hedgehog, but we can, since he played the slow move, we can even very quickly blast through with f5 move here, and we are basically breaking through. To me seems like some sort of Austrian attack or even Grand Prix, yeah, setup. And white is very fast with development and already breaking through, yeah. Black paid no attention to center and development, so they're getting kind of punished here. So I think f4 was the strongest here. Played knight g2, also good. h6, yeah, slow moves continue. I call these bunny ears, yeah, or dog ears in the opening. You should definitely avoid playing like this, yeah, instead of developing. So bishop e3. Now white is like super far ahead in development, and black continues playing slow, yeah. You see he's making only pawn moves totally ignoring development. So you played a3, okay move. Now this makes sense, yeah, this side move, because you're kind of preventing b4. But I even wouldn't even prevent it, since you were so far ahead in development. Just continue development. Knight a4, yeah, and you go again for this f4, f5 plan, yeah, trying to blast through. This was an option. You played a3, knight f6, h3, another preventive move, stopping knight g4 this time. But also you could play more dynamically. Yeah, you don't need, when you far ahead in development, you can ignore these pseudo attacks. Yeah, you can even play e5 here. If he goes knight d5, then you can exchange, drive the bishop back, finish development. If he goes knight g4 instead, you can even just retreat, not retreat, but move the bishop out of the way. Yeah, this is hanging, but it's actually a bad idea to take because knight is getting trapped. So bishop f4, g5 he could play, but still, yeah, opening the position will be always in your favor when you're ahead in development. So yeah, this something like this could happen, and we're doing great with white. Yeah, he already weakened additionally kingside. Yeah, we exchange his only good piece, and we're doing excellent here with white. Some future plan might be somehow break through the kingside, maybe, or even in the center. Okay, played h3, kind of slow move, but you see, if your development is a temporary advantage, yeah, if you slow down, opponent might catch up and your advantage will be gone. So for now you have center and some development edge, but I think it can be gone very fast if you're not careful, yeah, if you don't use your opportunities. Knight e4, took the knight, good idea. I think you should also maybe go after the pawn immediately, but you did it later, which is also good. Bishop e7, bad move. He should at least maybe leave the queen open for some queen h4, yeah, trying to defend this pawn at least. But we will be trying to win it also. So bishop e7, knight g3, and actually you won the pawn, which is great. He might have some compensation, yeah, since his light square bishop opened up. My pawn is a pawn. Okay, you play now c3, good move, but I think there is no need for such overprotection here. I would go on attack myself right now, yeah. Queen g4 is looking good. He cannot cancel, yeah. Bishop h6. He has to play g6 and then just bring the last piece into the game, yeah. Always a good idea if you don't know what to do. Just bring your pieces. If you already brought your pieces, try to improve the piece which is maybe standing badly, yeah. So always a good idea to keep in mind. c3, bishop d5, f4, good move, trying for f5. And now black made mistake. g6 was best. He needed definitely to prevent this f5 idea. And something like this could continue, yeah. You could maybe play this, remaneuver the knight, yeah, if he plays h4, and game continues, yeah, more like on maneuvering side since the position got closed. I think maybe white has still some edge, yeah, since you're still pawn up. He has some compensation, but you're pawn up. So c5 was played, and now you retreated knight d2, which was the first big mistake I think in the game. As the saying goes, moving backward in chess is like 90% usually bad move, yeah, unless it's close position and you're trying to maneuver. Here it's kind of close, but where is this knight actually going? It was perfectly placed on e4, yeah, doing some attacking ideas, yeah, controlling some squares. So you didn't need to retreat it anywhere, yeah. So instead of knight d2, you had an excellent move now, yeah. You should continue what you started, yeah. Why not f5, since he didn't stop that, yeah. He made a mistake allowing you f5, so instead of this bad move knight d2, f5, we should blast through the line. And if you calculate a bit, maybe you thought you cannot take with the knight, but actually you can take with the knight. Let's see, yeah, little tactics. If he takes the piece, you can pause the video and find the solution here. Knight takes, king goes here, and now we use the pin, yeah, and we win the queen. So that was the option. If you kind of miss that you cannot take with the knight, at least you can take always with the rook, yeah, opening the f file, your pawn up, which is also good. So, but of course knight takes is the best since we're attacking here with tactics. So f5 was missed instead, knight d2, bad move. Opponent now opened the file. You took with the c pawn. Maybe you should have taken with the bishop now, since yeah, his rook is ready to kind of use other pieces to support c-line play. So maybe bishop was better. CD you took. Now he went for this knight b6, maybe knight a4 idea. Again, you missed second time this f5 idea. Same tactics, yeah, up here. Well, actually, here knight isn't even hanging, yeah, on e4, so you could immediately take with the knight if they take. So f5 was missed. Instead, you went queen g4, and finally he played g6 and prevented this f5. So now black is kind of game is turning in black's favor, yeah. He blocked all your attacking opportunities, yeah. You missed some chances, so now they're gone, and he's trying to take over the game now, yeah. So rook c1, knight a4, attacking this pawn. You sacked this pawn, so I think maybe you should save it, yeah. Okay, he goes in with the knight, but at least we're not losing any pawns, yeah, here. Okay, knight is standing great here, but we're pawn up, we're still playing. So he has compensation definitely, yeah. More active knight, yeah, bishop, but we're pawn up, so he has to prove it. Instead you gave up the pawn. Knight b2, and also a3 is hanging, so now you kind of went a bit all in. Yeah, knight d6, trying to prevent loss of this pawn. Good idea actually, yeah, to sharpen up the play if you're kind of lost something, yeah. And knight f6 was also interesting. If king f8, then we have excellent move f5 now working again. For example, here we could go after this pawn, and with some tactics as well. So sharp play here. And if they take, at least we have some annoying pawn here, yeah, to kind of... He always has to watch out for his king now, yeah. Even f5 here is a good idea. And sharp play, yeah, maybe rook e1. Maybe, yeah, he always has a problem now with the king, since castle is also not an option. So, okay, you played knight d6 instead. Bishop takes, knight c4, trying to win this pawn. d7, okay, you sacked the pawn. Good idea, yeah. But you had a better try, practically. Yeah, again, this f5. So this f5 is like a repeating motif, yeah, during all the game, in at various moments. So ef5, basically we sack the pawn just to open either e line or g line, yeah. So because we were kind of black taking over the initiative, we're trying to fight back, so we complicate the game, sacking some pawns. And here I would say even some practical chances. Engine shows like better for black, but with this king, yeah, humanly playable, you won't make best moves with black, yeah, while playing with such a king usually. So yeah, d7 you played instead. King d7, queen back, knight took, queen took, and now black plays excellent moves. He exchanges everything, yeah, since he is now a pawn up. So we have to really take, there's no way, yeah, we cannot avoid this exchange, because we would be even more trouble here. And now with this sort of queen endgame, black played very good. Yeah, he didn't took the pawn, but he could have actually, because king can hide away. And yeah, now black is winning, so he could have taken the pawn. He went for exchanges, of course you don't exchange, but his king is sufficiently safe, so he can hide, or he can go after your pawns. And now you resigned, yeah, because you're losing more pawns, and he's trying to exchange the queens to pawn endgame, yeah, so you resigned. Understandable here, yeah. Okay, so let's let's look at some key takeaways. Yeah, what happened in this game. So opening was played awfully by black, yeah, and no development, and you could have pressed more aggressively with these f4, f5 ideas early on. So let's quickly rewind back. I think here, yeah, a6, he made some slow moves. So here, first moment for f4, and later you actually went for f4 still, yeah, yourself. But at various moments you could have played like here, yeah, f4 after c5 especially. You had this f5 clear move, yeah, you intended to play f5, so surprised that you didn't play it, yeah, f5 here. And even before this queen g4 mistake, you still had f5. So f5 was this repeating move. Setup is great against this, not hedgehog, but these third rank defenses, yeah, various third rank defenses. You can always go with this f4, f5 plan to blast open the position. Okay, second thing, this knight d2 was bad move. Always try to avoid these retreats. If you don't know anything what else to do, just try to improve your pieces, yeah, not retreat them. So this knight d2 retreat was bad. Third thing, yeah, so that was the third thing, knight d2. Fourth is queen g4 mistake, yeah, so we talked about this. You had f5 instead, yeah, queen g4 mistake. And opponent took over the game because of your slow moves and hesitation, yeah. So always try to, yeah, kind of your development advantage disappeared. It was only temporary. Remember that, yeah. You need to take advantage, use the opportunities, yeah, when you have the chances to really increase your advantage during the game. So, and also I gave a video link at the end of the description, so you can watch how to play against this third rank defenses like Oven, yeah, and how it's called hippopotamus, yeah, I remember now. It's called hippopotamus defenses, yeah, when they playing only on the third rank, like this, yeah, they play this d6, g6, yeah, these knights, yeah. So against these hippopotamus defenses, excellent idea, this f4, knight behind, yeah, and you prepare f5. So check that out and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.